Assalamu alaikum everyone. My name is Wajih Aslam and I'm working as a project manager in digital commerce. And like before joining Royal Sabre, I was working as a Scrum Master and Agile coach and project manager in different companies. And like I have completed certified Scrum Master and other certifications from Scrum Alliance, PMI, ACP, and as well as Scale Agile Framework, Safe Program Consultant. So that was my introduction. Today I'll talk about agility. It's just kind of a buzzword, and we'll find out what exactly it is because there are so many misconceptions about this buzzword. Okay. The first question is why we need agile. So, have you heard the term VUCA? Anyone? VUCA. Yeah. No, but I'm telling you that that's okay. So it's volatile, uncertain, complex, and ambiguous. So our software world is considered as VUCA world. Why? Because like it is really volatile, it is really complex, it is really ambiguous, and it is uncertain. So I'll give you some examples. Like you are using Netflix app. Yeah, most of you. Okay. So like, can you name some competitor? Do you have any other app for streaming? Yeah. Okay. So there's so many, but let's see what Reed Hastings, the Netflix CEO, like usually he consider as a competitor. He consider sleep as a competitor. So you can imagine, like they don't want us to sleep; they want us to stream on Netflix instead of that. So the challenge is not any other company or any other human being. The challenge is nature. So how difficult it is. So that's how it is volatile. If I talk about uncertainty, so we have example of like COVID-19. So a lot of things have changed. Like there were lockdowns, there were masks, sanitizers, work from home, schools were closed. So a lot of things, and people get adapt to it. So that's why. But some companies they grow too much during those areas, and some companies have bad effect. So those companies who grow, they were ready from their side, and we'll see that what is the definition of ready as well. So um, that is uncertain. So we cannot wait for things to happen. We have to like get readiness. And we'll talk about volatile, uncertain, and complex. So it's also very complex. Like we see there are a lot of languages, there are a lot of platforms, there are a lot of and that's why like sometimes what happened if we are facing right now, we want one position which is empty, which we wanted to fill, which was DB2 position, but we don't need normal DB2. We need it from HCL Commerce, with an experience with HCL Commerce, and we could not find because like mostly the recruitment team is here, but like mostly they feel it really difficult, and they always say that it's niche. You're not able to find. So what we can do? So definitely it's really very complex thing, and you may all if you are hiring for other positions as well, we may face for other positions as well. So that's how it is complex. And then ambiguous. Why ambiguous? Like how many project managers are there? Yeah. So it happens sometimes. Okay. So maybe also other team members also face this condition. Let's suppose if you want demo from your team member. So what will happen? Let's suppose the demo is on today, 16th, and you ask them 10 days back, and they said everything will be ready, and they always reporting you that everything will be ready, and somehow you could, yeah, everything is good, and somehow you could not connect with them, you could not check yourself before that, and in the time of demo, they will say that okay, so the only problem is that everything is ready. The only problem is that the code is not integrated, and we have to give demo from development machine. So maybe it is valid, maybe it is not. Why? Because like usually development machine, we have most of the like tools and most of the dependencies already there, which may it's not ready for the customer. So that's how it is volatile, uncertain, complex, and ambiguous. And that's where the agile comes in. and like agile comes and like solves our problem. Okay, so like for some people it is left and right will be shift because some people are in are remote as well. So like if you see the pink slide, so like everybody knows that this is the picture of Shahid Afridi and Abdul Razak. So if I want to give example of agile, so who would you name? Like most of you may name Shahid Afridi. Why? Because like he's much faster, like quicker to score runs. So, but quick is not agile. See, this is a misconception. If quick and you are not reliable or not predictable, so it's useless. So if you are not capable and you try to do faster, let's suppose if you are doing coding and you finish in 2 hours and another person finish in 6 hours, but the person finish in 6 hours, he has zero bugs and you come up with most of the bugs. So it's not used. Because there will be a flow. It will go to the tester and from QA side it will come back and back. So that's how it is difficult and it will be a waste of time. So instead of that, stick to your like capability and like instead of fast, let's make yourself predictable as well. So the another example is Abdul Razak. So why I name it, why I paste his picture here? Because like he batted in every position. So according to the situation, whatever will be the match situation, he adjusts himself. So that's why he's much more reliable on those situations where we don't know. Because sometimes what happened, something some very early wickets or pitch is difficult. So that's why these kind of people are really very helpful. So we'll see another example. Um, this man is David Rodriguez. So he's the fastest man of Spain, like 100-meter champion. And everybody know about the other picture. Who is it? Yeah. Okay. So like they want to test the agility of Ronaldo. So they compare both of them together and they ask them to run in a 25-meter one by one 25-meter straight line sprint. What happened? Um, Ronaldo able to finish in 3.6 seconds and Rodriguez finish in 3.3 seconds because like he's the fastest. So that's fine. That's normal. It's okay. But next time, what happened? They change the track, the same 25-meter, but it was a zigzag track. So at that time, what would happen? Can you answer? Like, yeah, because like why? Because he's used to yeah, he's adaptive, and he's used to of it. Because in football, you have to back, you have to forward, you have to turn your course, and you have to respond. Whatever will be the game situation, you have to adapt. Maybe you sometimes you have to run faster, sometimes you have to run slower. It all depends on the condition. So that's why. And what happened this time? This time, Ronaldo finished in 6.3 seconds, and Rodriguez finished in 6.8 seconds. So that is what agility is. So adaptive according to the situation. And it is not easy. I'll tell you why, because what people usually think and what actually it is. So in this example, like we can see that lady was driving a car and the man was coming from another direction. And the man suddenly shouted at her, donkey. So like she was very angry and she feels that like she should like react. And she said, monkey. So and that's a nice like it looks like a nice response because like yeah yeah tit for tat. So but what happened actually, there was donkey in front of her and man just want her to be aware about that. So instead of like she should respond, she should think that why he is saying it was already in her mind and she just came up with that answer and she bumped into the donkey. So that is the reaction. So agility is not reaction. Agile is about response, giving proper response, and response cannot be given over time. You have to be ready. You have to be prepared. If you are not, your competitors maybe, and your customers. You have to stay ahead from your customer. You have to stay ahead from your competitors, and that's how you can only be able to respond properly. And we Sumail share about himself, like he responded, like he was getting ready, and when there was an opportunity in the company, he was the one man, and next session I can see that he's only one who is raising the hand. So this needs to be come from all of you. And for some, like let's suppose if you are a .NET developer, and you want to be shifted to the full stack, so that you are increasing your kind of you're preparing yourself for other roles as well. So same for each and everyone from us. So we need to start learn. We need to start and we need to test ourselves, because so after some time technology will change, everything will change, and the people who are more adaptive, who know more, who has most experience, they will be the one who are coming, who will be the one who will be successful. So because sometimes what happens, let's suppose if I have a experience of 10 years in Java development, let's suppose. So what happened, sometimes people come for interview and we ask, and they said, okay, this is 10 years experience, and when we question them, their experience was only 1 year, and 1 year and repetitive, because they are not learning new things. And all these this is previously I was talking about mostly agility, and from where it came. It came from Agile Manifesto. There were 17 gentlemen who gathered together in 2001 and proposed one manifesto, which considered as Agile Manifesto. Um, like it was, we are uncovering better ways of developing software by doing it and helping others do it. So they were already working, they're already doing something, because they feel that the way we are working is not working, and we have to change, because mostly IT industry is not that old. So most of the practices are coming from civil engineering background, or other engineering backgrounds, or maybe management backgrounds, but it's not from the they don't have own. So that's why we were just following without knowing that, okay, we are not doing good. So that's why they proposed a new way of working, and they said not only we follow, we also um, teach others to follow those. So these four manifesto principles are: individuals and interaction over process and tools, working software over comprehensive documentation, customer collaboration over contract negotiation, responding to change over following a plan. And in the end, they said that is why there is a value in the items on the right, we value the items on the left more. So what is the myth? The myth is people think that there is no process and tool in agile. That is wrong, because these things, if without process and tools, it will be really very difficult, but they will be secondary. People and their interaction is the main thing, and we have to choose those process and those tools which are helping or improve the quality of their interactions. Like if we are working remotely, sometimes what we need to do, sometimes we need to go face to face. So to know better, let's come to the office and join your colleagues to know them better. So these are the interactions which help you. So and comprehensive documentation. So some people think that no documentation. No, documentation is required, but not comprehensive, because there are some kind of documentation which nobody going to read. So and before that, what happened when like there was waterfall or other processes, what happened usually, we used to share documents to a customer, and there is no use of document. Let's suppose if they pay for document and finally they are out of budget, so they cannot use document, they cannot sell it to their customers or their users. So that's why Agile suggests iterative development, sprint-based development, where the working software is the primary measure of success. It's not like so every sprint we have to build something, and that's how we can able to um, um, make sure that uncertainty is not there, because until and unless it is not implemented, uncertainty will always remain there. And customer collaboration over contract negotiation. So contract negotiations, we are not going to, we cannot live without it. So, but customer collaboration is also important. That's why the very good initiative recently, like in this year, or it was coming, it was also there in the last quarter of previous year. Uh, Royal Sabbath took that in time and material contract, we should go and talk to customer. We should get feedback, and we should talk to them frequently. Not, we are not waiting for them to like to come, because that will be too late. If we could fix some problems, we can fix it early. So that's why customer collaboration is really very important. And like plan is really very important in agile. It's because like most of the people do chaos, and they feel that it's agile. Things are coming from random. There is no priorities. There is no list of items, and they think that this is agile. So this is not agile. So agile is about planning. You make plan, and in that way, it's kind of a rolling wave planning. So whenever something comes up, so you always have uh, like uh, option B, option C. So you need to prepare. You need to, whatever you can. You need to be prepared. You need to be ready with that. So that is responding to change. So whenever things comes up, you deviate, you rework on your plan, and you update that. And always, since the beginning, you have that question with you. So that's and readiness also, like I was talking about the readiness. I think I this. So the readiness is like Abdul Hasib was talking about the disaster recovery, because some customer thinks that it's just a waste of money, and they are waiting for something bad to happen. So that is not required. So in that case, we need to update the customer. We need to let them know, and we need to because if something bad will happen, they will lose. So instead of that, prior to that, we need to build such system in that way. So anything comes up. So one also example I'll give you. Netflix have a software called Chaos Monkey. Anybody knows what Chaos Monkey does? Okay, so Chaos Monkeys, what it does, like they want to know their services are resilient, and like how much time it will be taken to recover them. So Chaos Monkey will go and like shut down some VMs, yeah, randomly, and now their team like once they respond, so they know that if it may happen anytime. So they know, they're always ready, because their team is, if let's suppose if this incident never happened since 1 year, maybe team got relaxed, and they could not like response, they could not give proper response. So that's why they have these tools to make sure that like the team is awakened, and how much is the response time, because this time it is calculated. It's kind of a fire drill. But if really fire will be there, then they will be able to resolve it quickly. That's all. Thank you. Any questions?
What's the base difference between project management and product management?
Okay, so product management and project management. So project management is never comes with the discovery phase. Okay, if I tell about, because there's a lot of school of thoughts in agile. If you are talking about these 17 people who proposed this, so one of them say agile is dead. There's a presentation on YouTube. You can go and check. So that's why. So most of the agile background people, they don't accept project management at all. At all, they don't. They according to their definition, there is no project management. Yeah. So, but somehow these positions are required. But actually, we don't. We should not see things as a position. Instead of, we should think about the work. So whatever would be the work, we need a person, or some system to respond properly. So that's why. But the basic difference is that mostly product management, in product management, manager or their team discovers, because they don't know. project manager always have instructions that okay, this need to be built, this is there, and that's how. But product manager doesn't know at all. It's mostly working in a certain environment. You never know what your customer thinks. You have to go and find out. Because sometimes what happens, you build a system, let's suppose you build an app. What happened? Yeah, there are five features in your app. If you don't know how much, like maybe one feature nobody is using. If you are not calculating that one, and if you are not monitoring that one, like you will let in one sprint like 20% of your capacity. It's money. It's about money, and you are investing every sprint, but nobody wants it. Yeah. So product manager comes over there. He first of all he need to identify prior that whether this is required or whether it is not required. And okay, now you already developed, you have some feasibility that it will someone will use. So that's why we use the term MVP, most viable product. So we try, and that is for experiment. That is like we launch and we got to know what customers are doing and their behavior and everything. We just like there are some tools which are monitoring those behaviors, and then customer interviews and lot of things are there. A/B testing is one of those. So from those things, we got to know that which one is better and which feature they are using, and that's how we invest on those features which people are using.